Dear.
All right. Hey, you guys, we're back with the Average Rose Fitness Podcast. This is the Hotworx Heroes at the Mandeville Hotworx. I'm joined by my co-host and franchisee, Mr. Luis de Leon, and this is our special guest, Miss Tara White.
Right, Miss
So
Tara.
there you
Hero.
go.
I love it.
You're a hero. You're a Hotworx
That's
hero. Thank you so
Right.
much for doing
Oh
this.
my
Appreciate
gosh,
it.
No worries. Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Can you tell me a little bit about what brought you here to Hotworx?
Yes.
What was your journey
actually, you know what brought me here is my physician.
like? Okay. And you were telling me
I
about that.
am I'm big into full body, whole body health.
Mm-hmm.
And she's an integrative functional medicine physician, and one of the recommendations was to do the infrared sauna, and you guys were just opening.
Yeah.
So I just said, okay, I'm going to try this place out. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how it all started with me, for me to come.
Sure.
Was her. She was the one.
That's
to move
awesome.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've had definitely a lot of experience in the world of health coaching because we were talking. That's your
I have it.
that's your thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is my thing, and it
Okay.
started for me getting healthy 20 years ago.
Okay.
And because I had a deep why, and I tell people all the time, you need to have a deep why, because the why is what motivates you
Sure.
to act.
Sure.
And so, with that being the case, fast forward in 2015, because I think what happens is well, let me go back. When I did my health journey, I was accompanied.
Sure.
And so when you have somebody walking with you, I think it makes a big difference. And so I achieved what I needed to do in those 3 months, and that's a whole nother story. But then 2015, I had a friend that got healthy, and she transformed her life, and it was very noticeable.
Yeah.
So I asked her what she was doing, and I had become a slave to the gym,
Sure.
which I don't think is a good thing personally. And so when I sat down and listened to what happened with her, I learned it was all about nutrition.
Yeah.
And it's 80% nutrition, 20% exercise.
Right.
Very true.
That's right.
I truly agree with that. Yeah.
So I had to really, I really believe more than anything, it's about our mindset. So I had to shift the way I was thinking. So I got on the program, I did fantastic. And then I just started, I said, I need to pay this forward. So I became a coach. And what I realized more than anything is that I've been given this gift. So now, especially with this time of COVID, it's just, if we don't choose our health first, look what's happening to people.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to get healthy, and you can do it very easily with just simple, I call them macro habits. And I think there's a lot of confusion in the world. So I think if you get back to the basics, which is movement, which is one, it's also, how is your sleep?
Okay.
Where's your stress level?
Sure.
Stress level is the number one killer today. It's not cancer. It's not COVID. It's stress.
Wow.
It's not heart disease.
Can you tell me kind of what steps do you take to manage stress? What could you tell people?
Well, there's a couple of things you can do. I really believe that in identifying any type of problem that you have to go to the root of it.
Okay.
And if you don't start really working like in some type of wellness, book to kind of start, because look, it all can be a pipe dream, because it goes from the mind to the heart to the will. So if you're not writing and you're not making it a reality, because there's something that we do, like I'm working with some clients right now, because a lot of times we're overflowing sometimes goals into the next year. So we call them SMART goals.
Okay.
They need to be specific. They need to be measurable. They need to be attainable, relevant, and they need to be time bound. So if you don't make things a reality, how are you ever going to change? I don't care what it is you're doing. I don't care if it's health. I don't care if it's, there could be anything that you're battling. So that's what I do, is I work with people. And I really, in this program I have, is simple. It's easy. Anybody. And if you go to my Facebook page, it's Tara White or Tara Be Healthy on Instagram.
Go check it out.
That I interviewed some people this morning, and I put their before and afters up on the screen.
We'll tag your, I'll give you a shout out there with this video.
And everybody always says, I've tried everything, nothing works. Well, the problem is we're complicating it. And it comes down to really 6 things. And if you do them, things can change. And movement is one of them. And so and also I'm a Pietro fitness instructor is another thing. It's a mind, body, and soul workout with that incorporates, it's a wellness program, body, mind, and soul, with stretch and strengthening with Christian prayer and meditation in the Catholic tradition.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
It is pretty powerful. And in fact, I'm doing a mind, body, and soul retreat.
Okay.
That is, I'm not doing it, but the company is in April. It's going to be virtual.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, so those are some things that I'm working on. So that's That's my
Yeah.
love. I really believe when you've got body, mind, and soul together as one, you've got the sweet spot.
Sure.
You can't leave the soul out. And I say that you cannot.
You cannot leave the soul, and
No.
then that's something that a lot of people don't, consider when creating a plan for themselves. Is you do have to find a way to put your soul into this to inject a little bit of your own spirituality.
I mean,
that kind of
God
thing.
only
Yeah,
gives you one body,
yeah, yeah. I
and
hear
the
that.
body will pass away.
Yeah,
right,
that's
right.
true.
There's only
That's
one
true.
thing you're taking with you, right,
That's
Luis?
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, that's so right. And
Tara, tell me a little bit about what kind of routines you do here. What do you think
I
you
like.
the best?
I tell you one thing that I do love is the row.
Okay.
I love the row machine. I
Okay.
like the Pilates, and I like the core.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, working
right.
that core because everything stems from the lovely core.
That's right.
If you don't have a
Sure.
good core, you can't do a lot of strength in training, right? In that regard.
Is that kind of your so that's your routine? You come in here and that you have
I
a
usually do
specific
a hit.
the
I'll do-
trifecta.
yeah,
Okay.
or I'll do two. I usually do the, which I was late for. I do the row, and then I usually go into the Pilates or the core.
Sure.
And sometimes the bar too. I do like the
That's,
bar.
that's what you're doing today.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing
Bar.
today is the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Bar
mentioned
kind of does a little bit of all of it.
All
Yeah.
of
It does
yeah,
your
yeah,
core,
Yeah,
your legs, your back,
Right.
your buns.
yeah.
that-
And I
yeah,
like
that's
the
right.
blast too, the new blast that's here.
that's
Yeah,
good. That's a
that's
tough
on
one
fire.
too. I that's the
Yeah.
I tried that for the first time. I'm like, this is
Well, you know what's
This
interesting?
serious
I brought
stuff.
my daughter in here, who is she's a collegiate athlete, athlete.
yeah.
And she came in here and she goes, I think I need to go ahead and take a step out because it was tough for
It's
her.
tough.
And you're sitting in there.
Well,
Come
and,
on.
I mean, but I think you work up to it. She's not used to it. She
Sure.
can totally handle it. But yeah, you do have to work up. But I'm telling you, your body definitely. I mean, there's so many health benefits from this that
And-
are dramatic in terms of health, and so
Sure.
it's really good.
What have you felt personally? Have you felt
It's energy.
okay?
It's the energy. The
Okay,
energy
yeah.
more than anything. It's like I'm bouncing off the walls,
Hmm.
And I also do something called chelation therapy. So I kind of combine those days together.
Sure.
So I really think it's even better with that because that's getting rid of toxins and heavy metals and
What's the you said chelation
Chelation
therapy?
therapy,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you explain what that is? a little
that's
bit? 'Cause I'm curious.
basically an IV therapy that removes toxins and just any type of heavy metals that are in your body. You take a test and it tells you what it looks like, and that's how this all developed. And that's
okay.
when my physician said you need to. I had a large amount of lead in my body,
Mm.
and so
way.
when so I'm anxious because between doing that and coming here,
It's-
it's
yeah,
looking
there-
good. It's looking good.
You've got lead in your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The lead actually, it's what happens is once it starts to come out, there's always a 1 liter, and then as you start the therapies, you can see the stuff like all the different types of other metals start coming out in different
No
areas.
way.
So it's so she was the one when she got my test results back. She said, I really want you to do infrared sauna 3 days a week. I was like, okay.
So that's kind of the therapy side. This is kind of the natural form of the detox as
right.
opposed to
Yeah, it's
I guess,
probably the
therapy.
combo of both. It's
Yeah.
not just one or the other. So
Yeah.
that's the whole side of that is having
Holy
both.
cow.
Yeah.
And you said I'll just ask you this too. You said before you came here, you kind of had an unhealthy relationship with fitness. You said
Yeah,
you were
I think
overworked at the gym.
It was probably back in 2015.
Okay.
I thought, well, if I just kill myself exercising, that's all I need to do.
Yeah.
And you when you come here, you do it.
It's
in half
not
the
what you need to
amount
do.
of
I'm
time.
sorry.
Well, let's put it this way: you can do it in 15 minutes.
There you go.
instead of
Yeah,
an
exactly.
hour.
Instead of an hour, you
So-
got 15 minutes.
And
Yeah,
you're getting more benefits.
that's true.
So that's a win.
Yeah.
That's a total win.
And we've covered it, at length. It's this being here is all about, you could do all this stuff. You could still get an intense workout, but you don't feel drained. You don't
Right,
feel like,
right. You feel
oh
more
man, I'm
energized.
burnt. Yeah. Yeah. You feel
Totally
more energized.
Absolutely.
That's a crazy thing about it. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Oh
so
my gosh,
much.
I'm thrilled to
Yeah.
be with
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. Just these quick
Yes.
little interviews. It's
Yes,
awesome. So
absolutely. And
yeah.
get to Hotworx.
yeah, guys, go to Hotworx. Hotworx Mandeville. It's great. So
Who's the chelation doctor? Let's give her a
Oh,
little
that's
plug,
Dr.
too.
Anna Davis.
okay.
Anna Davis.
Dr.
Anna Davis.
She's
Anna
in
Davis.
Mandeville. She's phenomenal. She does a great job. She gets to the root of the problem.
Okay.
And if you have health problems, we cannot think that the quick fix pill is going to make you any better because it's not. Yeah, it starts with us. It
Yeah.
starts with yourself, And that's another thing I do is I do free health assessments with people, so, and I have people all over the country. I don't just have people here.
Do you have a name for your business? Is there like
no,
a
just if
specific-
you go to
just
my,
you?
if
Okay.
you go to my Facebook and message me, or you'll see my stuff. I'm always just living in the practice,
Okay.
my faith. I'm
Cheers.
living in,
Yep.
yeah, you, Luis, you
Absolutely.
comment.
Yeah.
And I'm showing places here because
Yeah.
this is my choice of exercising. I do
I
a
love it.
few other things, but this is my main one. So, yeah.
Tara, what would you say for somebody just starting? What do you say they would have to start here? Like, what do you think it'd be best for them to do?
I would probably say
Since you're into
cardio.
fitness.
Okay.
I would say cardio to start because, that gets the blood pumping. You can't, you so win because, and you're detoxing at the same time.
That's
so,
true.
I think the cardio to start or the light stretching part.
Okay.
You could do a combo, just don't put I think the key for people is don't put the temperature so high.
That's
Like,
true.
Don't try to kill
Yeah.
yourself in it at first, like work yourself up. It's like I say, one habit at a
140,
time.
yeah.
Just start slow, start
Right.
somewhere,
Do you did you have what was your first workout here when you came? Like, what's your first
It was
one?
the row.
It was a row.
Yeah,
It was
that's
the
what.
row.
Okay,
most-
because that's
that
kind of the
that
first. I was about to say
the
that's got to be the
most
common
Well,
one. That's
you know
like your
what's so great
intro to
about that
Hotworx.
one?
Yeah.
You're working the arms
Yeah.
and you're working the legs. It's like it's really
Oh,
pretty
it's a
intense.
beautiful exercise. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
actually the first one I would actually start someone with because everybody knows cycling. So
That's
it's
true.
kind of like, I already know that. Let me show you something you've never seen before.
Right.
And
Cool.
Bro was like, wow, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. And I did the shoot.
Yeah.
The row was my first one. It was unbelievable. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's so cool.
That's great.
Good
Thank you
deal.
so much.
Oh my gosh,
Miss
I'm
Sarah.
thrilled to be here.
Thank you.
I'm about to work out, so
Yeah.
Hit it.
don't
Tara.
hold it
Remember her.
against
Look
me.
her up. Tara White.
Yeah, guys, Tara,
Y'all have a
she's
great
awesome.
day.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and thank you guys so much. We'll be coming at you with more. Don't know when, but they'll be coming. So stay tuned. All right.